Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are you doing on this amazing Wednesday evening? I am just excited for another opportunity to be here with you, and I thank you for joining us here at Get to Know Bob, where we have this amazing platform where we have conversations with some phenomenal Bobs that are either business owners, they are founders of nonprofits, they have been musicians and authors and artists, just everybody doing anything positive within our community. And we are so honored to have these conversations every week. So we thank you for joining. I am your host, Sonia M. Weaver. And if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your subscriptions allow for us to have further reach and therefore further impact. So make sure you subscribe today. Now, tonight's show is going to be yet another action packed conversation that I am just excited for. I need to at least say, those who watched me last week and tuned in, thank you for joining. I apologize again. I cannot control technology, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we have a good night with no technical issues. As we move right in, let me tell you what I did over this past weekend. I was phenomenally blessed because I attended the Woman of Grace gathering. This was through Tanya Robertson Ministries and Fresh Wind. And literally, I had a fresh wind by going to this event. We were just all smiles in the room. I only had a few of them, but that is Tanya Robertson right there. And her ministries are amazing. She does a live broadcast as well on YouTube. These were some of the direct decorations you can see at my table. I was at table number 4, but it was a phenomenal opportunity and event to get fed into. And it's nothing like receiving, direction. And I would encourage you. I know it was my fault. I did not promote it on my platform. That was slap my hands on me. But next year, I'm going to make sure you do not miss out on it, because I am telling you, I am so energized and so focused, ready to do what is necessary. We talked about the need to rest. We talked about the need to recover, and it's just healing oneself. All of these amazing things were brought to light during this amazing retreat. And I definitely do not want anybody to miss it next year. Now, as we move through our show, of course, we're coming up upon the deal of the day. And Deals with Bob is going to be giving away a free gift in the form of a gift certificate to True to You candles. And so, as you know, I love True to You candles. I love their I Am series, where it says, if you look pictured, I am healed. They have one that says, I am blessed. And the fragrances are phenomenal. Remember, I have talked about True to You. They are one of our amazing supporters, and they're part of our community. So we thank them for their support. We have a little bit more information that will be coming from True to You. But if you want to be in the running of how you will win that gift certificate, all you need to do is follow our 3 steps. Now, again, if you are already a subscriber to our YouTube channel, congratulations, you have step one completed. If you already like and follow us on social media, you have step two completed. Now, all you need to do is go through our previous episodes on YouTube, share and tag us in 5 of them, and you will be in the drawing to get your very own True to You candle as a special thank you from from Deals with Bob and Get to Know Bob. Now, you know, we love giving away free gifts, and I'm telling you, I would imagine more people would take us up on our offer. So I'm gonna be, you know me, if it's not working, I may change it. I don't understand why people don't want to collect all these amazing free gifts. I mean, week after week, we have phenomenal gifts. But if that's not what's interesting you, then okay, I'll find out something else that might go in there. So when you get a survey, make sure you take it so that we can offer what you are interested in. Now, as we go into, we're getting ready for tonight's guest. I want to make sure that you go to our previous weeks where we had a wonderful conversation last week with Jacob Guyton. And he is a young chef on the rise, doing amazing things. And I am looking forward to actually having an event where I can utilize his services because I want to try firsthand some of his creations because he really had one segment where my mouth was watering. So I'm telling you, you will make sure you want to go and revisit that episode from last week if you happen to missed it. And on tonight's show, we have the pleasure of speaking with the phenomenal Philomena Guafambe. Now, if I said your name wrong, let me know. But here she is. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Sonia. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Now, did I say your last name correctly?
Oh, almost, but that's fine. It's a strange name. So to you,
Well, it's okay because I'm going to give you an opportunity to self introduce. So we'll get the correct pronunciation from you. And during this time, I want you to take an opportunity to not only tell us who you are and what you do, let us know all of that good stuff. And then why do you do what you do?
wow. Thank you so much. I
You're
am
welcome.
Philomena Guanfogbe. I am originally from Cameroon in West Africa, and I am a certified holistic health coach. What I do is I help individuals to get their life back from pre-diabetes, diabetes, aches and pains, cancer, high blood pressure, name it, by using natural self-healing solutions. Why do I do this? It's a long story, but I will try to cut it short.
Okay.
When I was growing up in the village in Cameroon, my village is called Bali. I saw my aunts sick with cough for a long time. As I was born, I saw her coughing. Nobody took her to the hospital. I heard about hospital, but nobody took her there. Then my grandmother also had a big wound on her leg,
Mm.
and nobody took them out to the hospital. They just treat it with something, whatever, leaves, and it got healed. I'm like, really? They need to take these people to the hospital. I know hospital is where people are cured, but why
Mhm.
are they not going to the hospital? So I decided I'm going to be a medical doctor and I'm going to come back to the village and help these people that cannot go out of the village to the hospital. And so that was my plan of helping people to live healthy or to be treated of diseases. So when I finished my high school, I wanted to go to the medical school in Cameroon and I was not selected. I
Mm.
was disappointed. I
Mhm.
was like, I need to go to the medical school. I need to help people. So now that I'm not going to the medical school, how am I going to help these people get healthy? So I went to the faculty. As the law would have it, in my first year, I did so well in geology. And I said, no, no rocks. Rocks and health don't go together. So I went on to the second year. And then in my biochemistry class, the teacher said something about nutrition and health. If you eat healthy, you'll be healthy. So good food. I say, yes, this is it. I'm going to follow this. Whatever nutrition is, I don't know, but I know that it's connected to health. So continue with my study, finish my study in my country, came to Tulane and did a Master of Public Health in nutrition, went back home, worked with people, tried to incorporate protein food to food that we were eating, staple food. Then the Lord blessed me again with another scholarship, and I came to Kansas State University, where I studied in a PhD in food nutrition with major in community nutrition. The reason why I chose that major was because I want to go back to the community and help them to eat healthy so that they will be healthy. But I didn't catch it. I found out that with all this study, I cannot even help the people. If I want to help them, I will be telling them what to eat and what not to eat. And
Mhm.
that doesn't sell. You don't tell people what to eat or not to eat. So I say, how am I going to do this? Then I found out about uh, Nutrition Institute, Integrative Institute of Nutrition in New York, where they are teaching people how to coach individuals. So support and guide them to eat healthy. I said, this is it. I subscribe to that. I went through the course and I was now certified as a holistic health coach. So my main goal is to help people prevent diseases or cure diseases or help them get out of that.
And I absolutely love and appreciate your dedication for that area, because we in our communities have a lot of people that are suffering unnecessarily, and it is a result of what they happen to be directly eating. We talk about those top three, and they're top three in our community, and not just our community. We're like leading in the numbers across the nation in that category of diabetes and hypertension and heart disease. And all of these things can be directly and are directly impacted by nutrition, and which is what we eat. So one thing that you did mention, I just wrote down some in my notes to ask. So what year did you first, then graduate with your nutrition information? And then what year did you become a certified health coach?
Okay. I've graduated with my food and nutrition degree from Kansas State University in 2005.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then I started working with the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services. And while I was working, I was looking forward to how in the world am I going to go and help people to eat healthy after I found out that food is medicine. And what you
Right.
eat, food can also be poison. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
separate these two together. So I worked in that department for some time, and I did not know how to get into this nutrition. And so, but I was doing my research, studying, finding out what it is that I need to tell people when I get to talk to them. And so I was fired from the Department of Health and Senior Services. And it was when I was fired in 2006
Okay.
that I found out about the Integrative Institute of Nutrition, and say, okay, since I'm fired, I'll be doing something. Maybe this is time for me to focus on how to coach people how to eat healthy. So I did that, and I graduated in 2006, and I started doing coaching part time in 2007. Well,
Okay.
no, wait. And then I won the firing. So the Lord took me back to the department again. And so I started
Okay.
working in 2007. And that time I also started coaching part time
Got
while
you.
working full time. But
But that's amazing. The reason why I wanted to know the year is
mhm.
because I wanted to people to understand that this is not, because you hear about a lot about coaching. It's like a lot of people are coaching, but you've been doing this for 16, almost 17 years, sound like, which is amazing because that's almost pre wave of people talking about eating well. I know there probably were vegans, definitely vegetarians, but you didn't hear as much like 10, 20 years ago about how really these parallel on eating and health went. And I'm so glad that you were dedicated then and continue to be dedicated now as more people are becoming aware of the direct impact that they're having on their health. So I appreciate your work.
Thank
Now
you.
as we proceed into our next segment, get excited because we're going to take a moment to recognize a nonprofit that we're featuring for today's show, for tonight's show, and this segment, which business owners and events that we have coming for you to look forward to. Beginning, we have All for One. They said, let's go and get ready for school jamboree. This jamboree will be happening on September the 11th. And on next week, we will be speaking with the phenomenal founder of this nonprofit. So get excited for that conversation. We wanted to feature Boss Entertainment Group as they are offering our consumer members 10% off. We are also going to recognize and give a clap and a shout out to Boss Entertainment Group for being part of Academia Hall of Fame. And this was presented to them on August the 10th. We do have a video clip of this amazing award. Congratulations.
Is a significant achievement and by itself marks an enduring milestone in your musical legacy.
Without further ado, we are pleased to announce the nomination of the following artist for possible future induction into the Academia Hall of Fame. Boss Entertainment Group, Detroit.
On behalf of the entire Boss Entertainment Group, Detroit Network and Company, we graciously accept this 2023 Academia Hall of Fame Award. Since 2014, we have experienced amazing achievements from
Okay.
And another Boss Entertainment Group approved event that is coming is a free event at Campus Martius with Roots Vibration happening Thursday, August 24th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I just want to give a special congratulations to Boss Entertainment Group for being a part of the Deals with Bob family. We just completely appreciate all the hard work you do for our community and for being a part of our network. So, Philomena, we got 10 who made a comment saying there's nothing like an amazing story of helping people. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, it is amazing that you are dedicated to helping people in that way. I want people to know that I had the pleasure of meeting Philomena through our alignable, right? Through our
Yes.
alignable groups that we have. And particularly, I have it up here so that people can know because I know some people don't even know about alignable. But we were in our Black business group and we had a Smart Connect where we got an opportunity to share and speak with one another. And I really truly appreciate that in our conversation. And we talked a little bit like how you got started, and you talked a little bit about why you kind of navigated the way you did and how you got into coaching. So as a coach, what were some of the challenges that you faced starting out and possibly some of the challenges that you continue to face today?
Right. There are a lot of challenges in coaching. First of all, it has to do with changing behavior, and most people are not ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to walk them through, I have to tell them about the importance to know what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, and how much to eat, where to eat, and why you eat what you eat. All those five things are very important. So, the challenge I faced was people would start the program and get some good result in the first 30 days, because the first 30 days to set your metabolism working. But eventually they will fall back into what they have been eating,
Mm,
and then it will not be good. But I have had successes too. I have people that are determined to take charge of their health and work
right.
with me closely, and they've got good result. I have people get off their diabetic medication. Some people were diagnosed by to be pre-diabetic and they were off the medication. Then the next time they worked with me for 3 months, and the next time they went to the doctor's office, there was no more high hemoglobin A1C. I have worked with um, uh, cancer survivors. A breast cancer survivor was working with me, and within the time that she was working with me, she used to take some injection, whatever. But she saw her doctor just before the time, and the doctor said, "You don't need that injection right now. What in the world are you doing?" She said, "I'm
Wow.
working with this health coach." He said, "Whatever you are doing, continue to do." So I can go on and tell you I've had good results. But the challenge is people don't want to live their lifestyle. They always fall back to
Right,
what
right,
they have been used to, and that's the big challenge that I've been having so far.
right,
Yeah.
right. I can only imagine. I know sometimes I fall off the wagon more than more than I would like to. But I always was think like if you were never introduced these certain things, then it would be easier for your lifestyle because you would have been eating right from the beginning. And my daughter, my bonus daughter, tagged me onto a post where my grandson told her, "Mommy, you have to change how you're eating. You have to eat better so that you can be, better health." And this is a 5-year old. Okay. He
Yeah.
happens to love, like, naturally love vegetables and stuff. So I think she caught him with a picture of eating a bowl of cold spinach that he just grabbed out of the refrigerator, didn't warm it or anything. But with that being said, I'm thinking he has, the probability of having a healthier life because it was introduced to him young and he loves it and that's what he prefers. Is there any ideas that you've kind of bounced around with trying to maybe introduce this nutrition and this wellness of eating at an earlier age?
Yeah, I've been thinking of get going to schools, and talking to going to the kitchen and talking to the cooks or the person in charge of the cafeteria. But it doesn't seem easy to do in the school
Mm,
system. It doesn't seem easy to do. But it is not really very difficult to eat healthy. All you really want to do is tweak what you are eating a little bit. That's how you start by doing it. So, most importantly, if you have not had any health crisis that is visible, that is the best time for you to start. Why? Because you can try anything at that time. But when you are sick, there are certain things you cannot try. Even some of the foods that you eat, you cannot eat when you are sick. So when you are healthy, it is the best time for you to start looking at eating healthy, because you can taste new things. But I don't always introduce new things really fast. I just try to trick what you are eating to change it. Maybe reduce the quantity of fat, maybe reduce the salt, maybe increase the vegetable, but find out how you prepare them first before I bring it. I tell you how to prepare it. So we go gradually. So that is the easiest way to flow with people. But I would suggest and I will please beg people that while you are still strong and healthy, don't think that you don't have health crisis. It's cooking, it's building. Just start now to try to prevent it, because while you are healthy, you can taste any new thing that is introduced to your diet. So that's the advice I will give to people. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Now, as we move on into our next segment, I want to acknowledge a couple more businesses and events that we have coming up within our community. Offering deals to our consumer members is Mona Lisa's Lyrics, offering 15% off her event packages. We want to congratulate Mona on an amazing backpack giveaway event that happened on Sunday, August the 20th, being able to bless so many children in the community as they get ready to go back to school. And I'm asking you guys to mark your calendars for a day of healing. And she is putting this on at the Sterling Heights Lions Club. It's Saturday, October the 14th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So come out and learn how to naturally and traditionally heal from grief and loss, illness, mental ailments, and daily stresses. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, or you can call Mona for vendor opportunities and more information at 586 460-8981. And then on this coming Friday, August the 25th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., there's going to be a Friday night decompression session with Sonia M. Weaver and Jason Integrity. Come and celebrate your wins. Let go of the stress, vent, share, and encourage. To register, go to Alignable, or you can find the link on our social media pages. And to hear more about our conversation with Jason Integrity, look at the previous episode from Wednesday, March the 29th. Now, I am excited to know, what do you like having a pipeline? I happen to find this online, and I loved how it said that weight loss and prevention of chronic diseases by resetting your metabolism while eating real foods. Now, was this an article or was this an event? It captured the whole headline, captured me about, weight loss and prevention of chronic diseases.
Yeah, what was your question again?
Oh, the question was this an article about weight loss and preventive disease, or were you doing a seminar about it?
Oh, I was doing a seminar about it
Okay.
because people, you don't want to focus on weight, only on weight loss. You want to focus on total health, complete health, whole health. So when you focus on whole health, it's not only the eating and the exercise, it also has to do with social well-being, mental well-being, and spiritual well-being.
Okay. Okay.
And so you because I look at the entire body, the entire person, your whole health. So when you focus only on weight loss, you are limited. But
Okay.
when you focus on your entire health, you optimize your whole health. You optimize your health. You're healthy. You're happy. You are confident of yourself. So
Mhm.
that was just, yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Yeah.
So, if that was a workshop or seminar, how often do you offer these?
I am still planning on offering it as a workshop or as a seminar. I have not really offered it yet. I'm still working on that. As soon as I get them ready, get the materials ready, I'll let you know. Yeah.
Got you. Got you. Now,
Yeah.
as we take a moment, how can people connect with you? I know some people tune in and then they have other things to do. So I want to make sure we get it all throughout. Taking a moment to put a pin in it, how can people connect with you, especially with the success rate that you have?
Yeah, I have a website, www.mynaturalhealingability.com. Mynaturalhealingability.com. Go to that
Okay,
website, you can get to me. Yeah.
www.mynaturalhealingability.com.
www.mynaturalhealingability.com.
Got
Or
it.
they can call me at 573-301-6234.
There we go.
Thank you.
No problem. So, I want to ask like this question. What are some misconceptions? I know we might have talked about it a little bit, but what are some misconceptions people might have about the work that you do?
I think the biggest misconception is I am going to tell you what to eat and what not to eat.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
I'm not going to do that. I meet you where you are with regard to the kinds of food you are eating and the lifestyle that you are living. And then I understand very well what you are doing. That is what you are eating, what you are not eating, why you are not eating what you are not eating, why you are eating what you are eating, what kind of lifestyle you are living, what kind of movement that you have fun doing. And then with that, I will work with you to develop a personalized meal plan and exercise plan that work best for you. There is no general plan for everybody because everybody is unique and different. And then I will support and guide you as we work through that plan so that by the time we finish working, you would have developed a healthy lifestyle that is sustainable. It's
mm-hmm.
not going up and down, it's sustainable. You can do it throughout your life. And also a movement plan that you have fun doing. You don't have to go to the gym. If you want to, that's fine. But you can move around, you can walk, you can dance, you can do anything. Movement is movement. So that is how I help people. So I'm not going to tell you don't eat this or don't eat that. No, I work with what you are eating until we find out together that you need to change it. And
I
then,
love that.
yeah,
That is a good point. I'm glad I asked that question because a lot of people might be afraid to work with a holistic health coach because they are immediately will assume they're going to make me stop eating everything I like and I'm going to have to eat all of this stuff that I don't like. I love that you have stated that's not the case. They will may have to make some adjustments, but you're going to meet them where they're at. So
right.
if you're watching, do not be afraid to to reach out and work with Philomena because she's not going to tell you what you can or cannot eat. And with that being the case, do they have to be geographically located where you're at to work with you?
Absolutely not. Now we are talking together over the Zoom or YouTube, we can meet and talk to each other, looking at each other. It can be a one-on-one, but you can be anywhere in the world. We just Zoom and talk together. That's how I do it too.
I love it. So that too, if you were worried like you want to work with her, but she's not where you live, you don't have to worry. You can still be a client wherever you're at because like she said, the technology when it's working well allows for us to do the things that we could not do before.
Right.
I love it. I love it. So, we're going into our next segment and we're going to be featuring some businesses in this segment. And since we have been talking about coaching, I'm going to like do a plug for myself as well and let you guys know that Sonia and Weaver Coaching is offering free consultations. So, if you're looking for a professional or personal coach for your life goals, then you can make sure you reach out to us. We're offering free consultation to our consumer members. And then to add on to True to You candles, we'll be at the Cherry Hill Village Festival on Saturday, August 26th, beginning at 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Sunday, August 27th, beginning at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is going to be at the Village Arts Factory on Cherry Hill Road. You want to make sure you come and support True to You candles. So if you happen not to be one of those people to win one of those free candles, you will definitely have an opportunity to actually get your candle at the Village Fair Festival. So, as we go on again, moving into our next part of our conversation, you had some interesting ups and downs throughout this journey of being a health coach. So, from the past to the present, what keeps you encouraged to keep doing this work?
Good question. The good results I'm getting for myself first, I had to coach myself when I was training. The good
Mm,
results I'm getting with people, the knowledge and the understanding that food is really medicine and can be
mm,
poison. And if we start there, we can move gradually through the social well being, mental well being, spiritual well being, and emotional well being. We can bring the whole body together and we will optimize our health. I know it works. I know it works. I have seen it works. So that keeps me going. And but I also know that people have to be determined to take charge of their health. It
yeah,
is your health. It is not the doctor's health. When you go to the doctor, he used to ask you, Mama, what is wrong with you? How can I help you? Where is it paining? You are the one that knows where it's paining. If you do not tell him, he's going to go through a lot of lab tests, blood tests, and everything, but still might not come up with what is happening with you. So take charge of your health. It is your health. That's what
yeah.
keeps me going. Yeah.
I love it. And so what I kind of hear is that, well, first and foremost, you're encouraged because you know it works because it works in your life.
Yes.
And then by just the sheer impact of watching it work in other people's lives. And
Correct.
I can definitely imagine there. Now you've given a one story about a client who went to the doctor and they everything like got better from the last time of working with you. I always ask, like, is there, a favorite client or story? Now, would that be your favorite one, or do you have another one possibly to share that you just love thinking about, and that when you're feeling unmotivated, thinking about them helps get you motivated?
Yeah, another one is it was my friend. She went to the hospital and was diagnosed with pre-diabetes, and they gave her the insulin, the pump, and everything. And
Oh,
she came
wow.
and told me, I said, no, you are not going to try any of those things, even the medication. Let's start working on this right now. Now, as we start, we start working on her diet, on her movement. Within 3 months, she lost 28 pounds. And in the fourth month, she went to the hospital and there was no pre-diabetes, nothing diagnosed. The doctor was surprised. I mean, 4 months and she got everything intact. She optimized her health and was healthy and no more diabetes. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. I'm sure that keeps you motivated just that alone, because there's so many people in that predicament that could definitely change it with the diet and the exercise. Now, I'm curious. Now, I've had this conversation, so I kind of want your input on it, just your own personal input. A lot of people that are in your field of work believe and feel that traditional medicine and traditional doctors are only taught how to treat issues, not really preventive care and not really natural treatments. What do you say about that?
I totally agree with that. An example is my friend was given insulin, pump, and all that medication to help her pre-diabetes. She was not even diabetes. So if the doctor knew about healthy eating, movement, and exercise, he would have helped her do that. But I did help her to do that. Traditional medicine is good for emergencies and all that, but they really, most of them, maybe now they are being trained in nutrition, but they take very few hours of nutrition that they cannot help their client, because in the hospital they are given a certain time limit to consult, 15 minutes. What can you tell a client in 15 minutes? I meet with a client, free consultation for 1 hour to really understand what she's going through, what she's eating, what she's not eating. Then I develop, I work with her to develop a plan, and I meet with her every 2 weeks to see how she's doing. The doctor cannot do that. So,
Mhm.
and if you do that with me before you even get crisis, you are preventing already any chronic diseases. So that is so true. That is so true. Yeah. That the traditional doctors don't get to the root cause of the disease. They don't know how to prevent it or even how to reduce it without prescribing medication, which all have side effects.
Yes, they do. And you know that just from the commercials that are out there. Like, okay,
Right.
take this for this, and here's the side effects that could happen. And so, if you have these side effects, next thing you know, it's got a new take this for that. And then we have these side effects, and then you're on
Exactly.
this crazy, like, what is that? The hamster wheel that you're going around and around, just taking this pill for this and that pill for that because that caused this, but you're not really getting to the place of health and healing. Preventive care, we've heard that a couple of times throughout this conversation. And I love the fact that you said you want to try to change it while you're healthy, not when you're in crisis. And unfortunately, I was in crisis, and I'm that's why I said I come off a little bit sometimes, but I had another friend say the same thing. When you are in crisis, it's too late. You can't then, gradually do it. You have to do it. So my advice from what I'm hearing is for not to wait until you need to do it, to begin doing things now. So regarding working with you, do you have different packages or plans, or do you have where it's kind of a set program for everyone?
No, I have two packages. You
Oh,
can work with me for 3 months or you can work for 6 months. But
okay.
the decision to work 3 months or 6 months depends on how I have understood what you are doing, how I have found out that it probably be easy for you to catch it up and then flow with it, or it will take you a long time. So, but everybody start with setting up their metabolism because you have to set your metabolism to work. Some people within 30 days, if you do what we come up with, you will know your body, you will know what your body wants, you will know what your body doesn't want. Within 30 days, if you do that, it's easy. It's not difficult. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Now, we mentioned that you're working on being able to offer some things on a virtual platform. Do you have any other things coming up? Any collaborations? Maybe you're speaking, anything like that?
Yes, I will be speaking on September 7 with, I've forgotten, Dival. Um, yeah, I'll be speaking on September 7, but I've forgotten the platform.
Okay. Is it something that's going to be done virtually?
Yes, it's going to be done virtually. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So just make sure that, if possible, if they have a flyer or anything, that we can get that so we can make sure that that gets promoted so that people can support you and hear more about the work you're doing and the education of eating healthy. We definitely want to know about those future events.
Yes. Well, as soon as the flyers are out, I will let you know. She's working on the flyers, right?
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up today's conversation, we're going to take a moment to highlight some additional events that are happening in our upcoming weeks so that you can stay connected and support. We have High Heels and High Yields, Walking Women into Wealth series. There's going to be budgeting, personal and business credit will be discussed, home ownership, investing, real estate, gold and silver, crypto, retirement planning, estate planning, and wealth transfer. Wow. All of this amazing information will be given on Saturday, August the 26th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And our panelists were Crystal Gunn, who you know is our amazing supporter here for financial strategist and president of United Community Solutions, and Lynette Graham, an investment educator and entrepreneur. Then we have Paid Artist Showcase Sound Off happening Sunday, August 27th from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Performing live is Chaos, aka Whisper, and sounds by the Coalition DJs Detroit. And let us support you and your events by adding it to our Stay Connected segment. Just visit www.dealswithbob.com and contact us today. So, Philomena, I am a big, big believer in literacy and knowledge and learning. Now, I see a bookshelf behind you. So, hopefully, this question is not too hard. What book is currently on your nightstand or that you have recently read or highly recommend reading?
Okay. So I have actually written a book.
Oh,
This is the book I would recommend everybody to read, Nourishing the Self-Healing Body.
I
You can
love
get it on
that.
Amazon. Yeah.
Nourishing
Nourishing the
the self-healing
Self-Healing
body.
Body.
Looks like I have another book to give away. Nourishing the self-healing body. Okay. I like that. Now, so you giving tips and tidbits within the book?
Yes, in this book, you have 5 keys to optimize your health and prevent diseases. I mean, sorry, 8 keys. There are 8 of them, and you take them one at a time. So they are all elaborated in the book. 8 keys to disease prevention, to optimize your health and to prevent disease.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. And so what some people will do in the Western medicine is that they only focus on like giving medication for the illness. And there's really no discussion, one, like we said, of nutrition. But one other thing you said though is the exercising and activity of the body as well. So a lot of times they don't even discuss that piece either. What is the activity correlation based on what you know? You know, does it, I guess, make the proportion go up when you're not active, when you're kind of stagnant? And if you become active, is there statistic associated with it for health?
Right. When you exercise, you have a lot of benefit. I mean, if you have not been exercising for some time and you exercise, you will feel energized, you will feel strong. In addition to that, exercise also help you with your pressure, blood pressure. It also
Oh,
helps you with your muscle relaxation. It helps you with a lot of things. There's tons and tons of benefits of exercise. Not only going to the gym, but just movement. Look for
okay.
any movement that you have fun doing. It just Personally, I just walk. That's my
Mhm.
exercise. I walk as long as I can until I'm tired. You walk, you can dance. Sometimes I dance when it's so hot I cannot go outside, or cold I cannot go outside. I
Mhm.
dance. You can do yoga. There are tons and tons of exercise out there. They really help your entire body, not specific things. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So, guys, for one more time on how to connect with Philomena, we put it in the chat. And in the chat, we have you can go to www.mynaturalhealingability.com. Again, that's www.mynaturalhealingability.com. Or you can call her at 573-301-6234. And again, this information is currently in the chat for you to take down. As we wind down in this last 10 minutes of this show, what else would you like to add to the conversation that I have not already asked you?
I think you're good at asking questions, very good at digging out everything that need to be dug out. But I'm just going to maybe repeat something. Do not wait until you have crisis, please. Because if you come before you have crisis, you will master what you can be doing. Even if you fall off of the wagon one or twice, you know how to come back. It will be a lifestyle. You will not struggle anymore. Yeah.
I love that. Yes. She said even if you fall off, you can come back. And I believe that's kind of me. Do you, if at all, because I always wonder, am I falling off because I'm stressed or something? Is there any correlation between how stress is impacting you with your eating or your hormones or anything like that that you're aware of?
Yeah, stress actually affect your digestion. When you are stressed, your digestion of food is hampered.
Oh.
The absorption is also hampered. That's why I want to talk about the emotional lifestyle and the
Mm.
mental lifestyle that affects stress, and the stress affect your food. You can be eating healthy, but if you are highly stressed, your body is not, the food is not well digested, and your body is not absorbing it because the lining of your intestine is affected by the stress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that will explain it, because it just seems like I can tell sometimes when I'm doing a lot and I feel like I'm under pressure or something, where it seems like I'm hungry and like I can't, but I'm eating, but it's just like I want to keep eating. So maybe I'm taking it in, but because I'm stressed, it sounds like it's not digesting properly.
And not absorbing. The most important thing is to absorb into the cells. Your cells are not getting the nutrients. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Wow. So people, that's where that mental piece, why she said is social, mental, and spiritual. You have to address the total well-being in this, not just one-sided. And our Western medicine tends to only be one-sided. So we really want to give a shout out and commend you for wanting to make sure the total person is addressed and healed. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me on. Thank
Of
you.
of course, of course. And while we're in the process of saying thank yous, I'm going to thank the other businesses that support our platform. Thank you for the work that deals with Bob does, Tranquility Christian Counseling, that also believes in the total you for mind, body, and spirit. I want to thank the Amazing Woman Network, who reminds women that you were amazing at birth. Your amazing abilities were established the moment you arrived, and for Phlebotomy Express training centers that are offering opportunities for people to have a new take on life with through education and skills. We then want to say our next guest have coming next week as we round out the month of August is the phenomenal Ishmael Terry, the founder of All for One nonprofit that we discussed earlier in the show. So make sure you tune in next week. You will find out more with the upcoming back to school jamboree, as well as all of the work that he does for the community and what's yet to come for the remainder of 2023. And as I said before, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, head on over to our YouTube channel, do a search for Deals with Bob, click the subscribe button, and while you're there, click the notification bell so that you will be alerted every single time that we go live. As we close out this show, again, I just want to thank you, Philomena, for all of the amazing information that's been presented. For me personally, you have definitely gave me a way to continue to look at accountability for myself, for the foods that I eat, for the exercise that I need to be doing, just movement, like you said,
Yeah.
and not just sitting, and for just being able to remember to de-stress and not allow for stress to impact my life because it's impacting my overall health. So I did not know those three areas. I didn't realize how much they play directly into nutrition and well-being. So I appreciate the work you do and continue doing the work. You have courage and support from us.
Thank you so much.
Of of course. And for all of those who watched today, thank you for watching. Thank you, Tim, for your amazing comments that you had in the chat. For those of you who are watching the replays, make sure you share this with other people so that this vital information gets out to everyone. As always, I am Sonia Weaver. I encourage you to spend with purpose because your dollar does matter, and deal with Bob. Have an amazing night. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.